I just flew in, so my skin tends to be dry these days,
Yes.
but like patchy dry.
Yes, I see.
And then, well, I'm 38, almost 38. I'm like preparing myself to turn 38 because I'm turning 38 in blonde and pink.
I'm 40, so I'm no sympathy here.
Yes, I like to prepare myself for that birthday, you know? So I just feel like things are not as tight.
Okay.
You know, like maybe it's not to the point where I'm like super devastated, but at the same time I'm like, wow, my face looks different.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Okay, so what I would prescribe for you, and sitting here just looking at you, like seeing a little bit of dry patches like you're talking about. So definitely the instant gratification, it's 4 minutes. It's really gonna lift and sculpt your face and give you, you have such nice high cheekbones and that, heart-shaped face. So it's gonna give her that definition right here.
Okay.
And then the other is the Vitalize. I really want to see like the fluid that you're holding in your eyes.
Yes, oh
come
my
out.
goodness. So that is actually one of the biggest problems I did not expect with getting older. What is up with that fluid?
As time goes on, first off, if we've been putting super heavy creams around this orbital area, the fluid doesn't move out properly. So this is a giant lymph node right here, here, and the one here. And so this one drains to this one and drains here and out. And so as they become congested, less and less water is making it out. And then there are also lymph nodes all the way around here. And then the water runs out this way. And it's so conductive. And so your ZIIP, it's actually like a magnet. So remember, this is that right here. This is that lymph node, and this lymph node are very important. So you'd be swooping back and forth.
I didn't even know lymph nodes were there, to be honest.
Huge ones. And so if you have puffiness, you can anchor it right here, and then take this one and come down and around, and then slowly glide back in, and then down and around. And then when you hear the vibration to come to the upper lid, you get right up. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to point on this eye what I'm doing with the device. So I'm pumping, and then I'm going to slide and pump, and I'm going to slide and pump, and I'm going to slide and pump, and then I'll just very gently come back in and hook back under that eyebrow again. So coming around and hooking back under. Hook, pump. And so then, beep, then you'll go to the other side and you'll do the same thing.
So the trickiest part about buying fragrances online is that you might know what a rose smells like.
Yes.
But the truth is, when you're talking about a perfume ingredient, they're taking that rose and they're putting it through a process. So they're either, let's say they're doing steam distillation. They might be doing absolutes. And that material actually smells nothing like the flower.
Yeah.
So I think that's the trickiest part, is when somebody talks about the notes, they're like, oh, this flower, that flower, or this wood. And you're like, oh, great, I love those scents in real life. But actually, that's not the actual scent that comes out.
She was telling me earlier that you pick a perfume based more on a mood that you want to create, the mood, instead of looking at a floral note and thinking, oh, I like the way orange blossom or tuberose smells, or strawberries or champagne, or any of those things. Think more about the mood.
Absolutely. So the reason is because, we're going back to that idea that we might not know actually what that scent of that ingredient is. So let's put the notes aside for 1 second and think about what kind of mood do you want to convey?
Yes.
Or what kind of mood do you want to change into? I think that's really important actually in fragrance, is that sometimes you're trying to change your mood. What if you're in a really down mood and you want to smell very optimistic? Or what if you're, feeling very unattractive, but you want to feel sexier? So there is that element to perfume that's a little bit different than maybe, I don't know, just like putting on your eyebrows or something like that.
So true.
So for us, Wes is very optimistic. For me as a writer, 1970s LA is it's this ideal era of like women writers. So it's Joan Didion, it's Eve Babbitt, it's Joni Mitchell. I mean, it was this amazing era.
Yeah.
And so for me, the opening has to be citrus. So if you smell it, you can smell it on me first.
Okay.
If you smell it on me, it's very citrus of tap. It's very fresh. There is a little bit of florals that comes through. So it's water lily. So it's more like watery florals and not so much like heavy, rich florals like a Rose Absolute that we were talking about. It's lighter florals. And then there's basil. So there's a little aromatic quality to it.
Yeah.
And then it goes unisex actually. So the upper tap is a little more optimistic, a little bit more approachable. And then it goes unisex to oak moss.
It makes me feel like I want to put on my high-waisted bell bottoms.
Yes.
And
exactly.
I'm right here on Hollywood and Vine and go and, just cruise around and walk in my high heels, which I do, and let the sun hit my arms. I always wear a big hat, but let the sun hit my arms and just feel that vibe. And it makes me feel like really, really relaxed from the moment you first sprayed it, when you first came in.
Right.
When you first get it, it lifts you up, and then it just kind of is nice and smooth.
Exactly. So that is the idea behind the citrus element to it. There is this optimism here, right? People are living out their dreams. They're going after their dreams here.
Yeah.
But then it sort of smooths down because, it's not like that every day, all day in LA, right?
Yeah.
There is this chill.
There's a very chill undercurrent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was the idea.
That's very. What's the typical way to apply you were showing me?
Sure. So I actually, the typical classic way people tell you is to put it on your pulse points. I honestly think wear any way you want.
Yeah.
So one really great thing, a tip that I got from somebody was, if you just want to wear like a feeling of it, put it in your hat. So you're putting it not even on yourself, you can put it on your hat. Or you can put it on your hair, you can put it on as a mist that you walk through. I don't think there's any rules.
Yeah, so excited.
Thank you.
So beautiful. So
I feel like I have to come to LA more often.
yes, and I need to come to New York more
Oh, come
often.
visit me. Come visit me.
I will. I really